is a presentation, a special birthday presentation of the Mike Vanek Sucks Podcast Network. Please take that ass to the Sounds from the Underground YouTube channel and subscribe right now. Happy birthday, Mike Vanek. Enjoy the show.
Hey, Davey.
Yo.
Do you like edibles?
No.
You don't like edibles?
Not really.
Well, shit, that just ruined our spot. Well, I love edibles, and I'm telling you right now, my friend Katie at Psycho Baked Novelty Baking and Catering is the shit when it comes to that ultimate, all right, man, feeling. If you like edibles, unlike my brother over there, fucking dude, check out my homie Katie at Psycho Baked Novelty Baking and Catering at psychobake420@gmail.com. Tell her Mike Vanek Sucks sent you. She might hook you up. She most definitely won't. All right, guys. Enjoy the program. Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mike Vanek Sucks fucking Podcast Network presents Sounds from the Underground, very special 44th birthday spectacular.
Well, you just fucked my first question up.
Hold on. Can I finish?
No.
Can I finish?
No.
I finish? No?
Now you can finish.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Mike Vanek, and I suck. And tonight, for the third year in a row, I am joined by your portly Prince of Power, your master of ceremonies, your voice of Blacklist Pro Wrestling, number 46 in your program. Sorry, I forgot the number. Number 1 in your heart, the man, the myth, the legend, my mentor and spiritual advisor and drug dealer to the stars. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only capital L, capital B, one word. Thank you very much. LUNCHBOx!
Well, as per tradition, thank you for having me for 3 years in a row. The first year we did it, was it you, me, and Brandon, or was it just you and me the first year?
It was you and me, and Brandon jumped on.
I was saying that last year it was you, me, Brandon, and Nick Souza from Hatriot. And this year, well, I am the solo guest, so I guess that means I am the guest of honor on the day that we honor you, my badass brother of birthday, brethren, badassery, bullshit, brutality, and bagpipes. Mm-hmm. You were going to try and steal my gimmick earlier. I can't have that. As aforementioned, I am the LUNCHBOx, one word, capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. Coming to you live from Stonecutter Manor here in beautiful, sunny Los Banos, California, while Mike Vanek is over on the East Coast in badass Bristol, Virginia, where we both drink quality beers and fend off tweakers on a daily basis.
Yes, sir. And you've been on this show enough times so where you are no longer a guest, my friend. You are the co-host of my fake made-up remedial poser radio show. You just heard the Secretions with Viva La Lucha Libre. My favorite music in the whole world is punk rock, so that's what we're doing tonight. And we have a little bit of a special twist tonight.
Not the old dick twist, though.
If you give me enough money, I'll fucking do it. Hey, so both of us listen to wrestling podcast presented by Mr. Conrad. God damn it! Mr. Conrad Thompson. I should probably turn this off.
What did you throw the goddamn it for?
Lakers are getting after it and beating my beloved Golden State Warriors, but we're not talking about that right now. I turned the TV off.
No sport, no extracurriculars during a podcast. That used to piss me off so bad when you'd be like, "I'm watching wrestling while we do your podcast." No, you're not. Turn that off.
You didn't bitch at Nick Souza while he watched WrestleMania when he was on your podcast.
I'm not 20-year brothers with Nick Souza. I can't yell at him yet. We don't have that dynamic.
Yeah. So it's been birthday. I'm plugged up like a power strip at the Fat Cat. Just fucking overpowered and fucking under fucking whatever. Been up since 1:30. 23 hours. 1:30 last night. And it's 12:35 Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time, Eastern fucking time. So we're going to power through this. I got a real bad sinus infection, or I'm just plugged up from smoke. It smells like California out here because there's fire in the air.
Too soon.
Yeah. Huh?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay, cool. So we're going to watch some wrestling. We're going to talk over it like Conrad Thompson and Tony Schiavone do on What Happened When, which my brother was lucky enough to be on. And then we're going to fucking listen to a couple punk rock tunes. We're going to talk some bullshit to each other. And then I'm going to fucking bed. So, Davey, what are you drinking?
Tonight, I'm kicking it old school, man. I was able to score a free 12-pack of Heineken, and my beautiful wife has fallen asleep, and I didn't want to bust out the reviewable beers without her because I got 4 new ones in the fridge. So I also came up on a free 12-pack of Heineken yesterday. So I figured that would be perfect for this show.
So Heineken is acceptable, but Coors Banquet isn't?
Bro, if you're going to compare the two, you're fucking tripping.
Dude,
this isn't yellow beer. This is crisp European lager.
Heineken is European yellow beer. You go to Europe, Heineken's the cheap shit. So that's all I got to say about it. I have a special brew for tonight because I knew you were going to be with me and I didn't want you to make fun of me. I have a Mirtz. Hold on. I got to get my eyes.
To be fair, I'm going to make fun of you. Just not for your bad choice in beer tonight, apparently.
Okay. That's acceptable.
By the way, speaking of which, while you look for your spectacles, I just want to comment. That singer from that Secretions band, Danny, he sounds a lot like El Flaco Loco. You think they're cousins or something?
Good friends.
Good friend. No, they've got to be related. They've got to be related. Now,
they don't
from what I've understood, Danny doesn't know El Flaco Loco. He says he sounds like a pretty cool guy though, but
I was at the Fat Cat once when Danny didn't show up for a Secretion show, and El Flaco Loco filled in. So
so
he does his best. Yeah, he's my second favorite wrestler.
Oh, are you making a decision?
I already put. All right, so put a meme on Facebook And I was like, make me pick between two wrestlers. And everybody's like, Iron Sheik or King Kong Bundy. Or
Ultimate Warrior Bret Hart, fucking Barry Windham, or fucking Jake the Snake. Shit like just usual bullshit.
Yeah, and they're all pretty easy. And then this fucking guy comes over here and he's like, I'm gonna twist this guy like a pretzel. And he makes me pick between one of my best friends in the whole world and then one of my mentors for the last 20 years, and not only punk rock, but education and wrestling and everything that I would ever know. So it was a hard choice, but I'd said a long time ago that Daniel Torch is my favorite wrestler of all time. I'm sticking by it. Well, favorite wrestler of all time that isn't Andre the Giant or Ric Flair. So yeah, had to pick.
Hey, you know what? Nobody sings the praises of Daniel Torch more than I do. I was fortunate 2 weeks in a row. I got to call Daniel Torch matches. The first one was at Blacklist Pro Wrestling, where he wrestled Prince Gabriel and the Gambler. Oh my God. Ray Remington, RJ Remington.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was funny because on Blacklist, I'm on a hot mic. And, you know, I mentioned the fact that Daniel Torch was definitely giving up the size and strength advantage. And he looks over at me and from the ring says, I'm going to blow both these guys up. And for the first 5 minutes of this 15-minute match, he just kept this torrid fucking pace that, you know, Jason's gotten in great shape. Mm-hmm. And, you know, RJ was definitely taking this one seriously because it was his last match. He actually came out of retirement to do it because his little boy is autistic as well, and it was a fundraiser. But after about 5 minutes of me calling Daniel Torch flying around the ring, just duck, dodging, dipping, diving, kicking, flipping, flopping, flying, like, I was just like, oh, shit. Like, I'm out of breath, and I'm not even the guy having to keep up with this guy in the ring. Like, fuck. And then last week, I got to watch him and D-Zach versus Action Coast Wrestling champion Alpha Zoe in a triple threat match. And the thing you'll always hear me say, at least once during any Daniel Torch match I'm calling, is he is far and away the most versatile wrestler in the Northern California scene. You want to fly, he can do it. You want to hit the mat, he can do it. You want to go power move for power move, guess what? That skinny little fucker's strong as fuck. You want to fucking stand there and trade blows, cuzzy? He's got you. Like, Daniel Torch can do it all. And I refer to him as the specter of the Central Valley because it doesn't matter if he wins, if he loses. Daniel Torch is going to give you everything every time the moment he hits that curtain. And that could be different versions of whatever. He can appear lazy if he wants to. He's not. He can go high velocity and he'll never breathe heavy. Hardly break a sweat. The dude is just a phenom. Daniel heckin' Torch, dude. The one and only.
So backstory, I've known Daniel Torch since he was in high school. I used to live in a garage next to a place where he lived for a while. And we used to trade. I would trade him Girls Gone Wild DVDs for wrestling DVDs. You know what I mean? I'd lend him the Girls Gone Wild. I think he lent me the Rey Mysterio DVD from back in the day, and I think a couple others. But I was with him while he got trained at Pro Wrestling Bushido by somebody I won't mention right now. And, you know, he's just a good kid. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't hardly cusses. You know what I mean? He might say shit every once in a while, but that's about as it gets. Daniel Torch is Daniel Torch is the most dedicated professional wrestler I know, and he has wrestled all over fucking everywhere. And I couldn't be prouder of him. So
he could wrestle a wet rug and make it look like $1 million, dude. He really could.
Word. So moving on. We are 11 days away from me flying to the other side of the country to see my family, which I'm extremely excited about. Reason why I'm coming to town is my only begotten son that I know of is graduating from the University of California, Stanislaus, Cal State University, Stanislaus in Turlock. And I get to fly home to see him graduate with a bachelor's degree. Who would have thought my kid would go through college and get a bachelor's degree and become a high school teacher? And that's what he's doing. So I'm going to come home. We're going to fucking hang out and do that. And then I'm going to come and do a beer review with my brother. And
Friday the 25th, Mike Vanek hits Stonecutter Manor for a live beer review.
Yeah. And then are we allowed to say what's going on the next day?
Oh, we are absolutely. I insist we do. May 27th, if you are anywhere in Northern California and you are available that night, your ass needs to be at the Boardwalk in Orangevale. Because sadly, and Mike Vanek's done many tribute shows, Diversity of One singer, the great Jameezy Babe McGuire, tragically, suddenly passed away on Easter this year.
Let's take a sip for our brother, bro.
Absolutely. And, Meezy was, everybody gets praised when they pass away. All problems go away. Nobody wants to speak ill of the dead. Meezy is one of those rare instances that I never heard anybody speak ill of the man while he was alive. Jameezy Babe was just the sweetest man. He was very supportive of his metal scene, of his hip-hop scene, of his friends and family. The 2 days before he passed, we did a beer review. And the last thing he ever said to me was that I am one of his favorite people in the world. And I know that. And he loves me and he hopes we have a great show. And then that was Friday night. Monday morning, I woke to the news of Meezy's tragic passing. And, it's really something for that to be your last exchange with somebody. Everybody talks about what they wish they would have said if they ever thought this would be the last time they talked to somebody. They wish they'd have told them they loved them. They wish they'd have told them they cared about them, whatever. And Meezy did it. And, I can't be more grateful, but Diversity of One reached out to Nothing But Losers and asked specifically that we play this show because Jameezy was such a big fan of us and me personally, according to the member that reached out and contacted us. And I won't throw his name out there, that Jameezy spoke of me rather regularly. And I wasn't aware of that. I didn't realize he spoke so much about me while I wasn't around. And to be asked to be a part of this show where his son will be performing his set.
No
shit, dude. They've been doing it. And along with a stellar lineup, I don't remember who's all on it. I do apologize. And I don't have my flyer in front of me. Actually, give me a second.
I haven't seen a flyer, actually.
I got it. I just had so many other things to promote recently.
Yeah, that, send that to me when you get a second.
I've been saving this one until I can put some attention on it. So hang on.
So while he's doing that, so tonight I am drinking a Meerts cherry sour with Rockefeller cherries. It's a Funk Factory Gariza, and I'm not even gonna try to read it like you do.
All right, that night, Saturday, May 27th, Sacramento Maidens of Metal presents a celebration of unity through diversity, a benefit for Jameezy Babe. Diversity of One, Skyline Red, Decipher, LRC, Johnny Shiro, Banger, and of course, your boys in Nothing But Losers. Tickets are $15, 4 p.m. to midnight, all ages until 10 o'clock. After 10, it becomes 21 and up for the night. Sponsored by the Boardwalk, Cal Rocks Roofing, Hellraiser Clothing, Monica Rock Photography, Cam Spectrum Photography, Distorted Nation Radio, Marauder Media Group, and Plowzone Radio. It's a great cause, man. It is an absolute great cause. And though the reason why we're having it sucks,
it's a celebration.
It's going to be it's a celebration, and it's going to be a phenomenal night. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm honored to go, and I'm going to be probably doing whatever I can to help Nothing But Losers, moving gear, selling merch, whatever it takes. Because we had originally planned a beer review for that night, and then Davey called me up and says, "Hey man, that's canceled. We're gonna go do this show, and you're gonna come with us." And I'm like, "Fucking A." Number one, I had Diversity One play for me at Spinnakers probably a year or two before I moved, and then I got to know them working with the Moonshine Bandits. We played a couple times at it was the Ace of Spades, right?
Correct. They opened up the Twisted tour.
Yeah, Twisted, and the time that before when we came. And I'm just telling you right now, that motherfucker was the nicest guy I've ever met in my life. Never had a bad thing to say about anybody. Was always fucking very nice, very polite. Whenever you talk to Jameezy, you felt like you were talking to family. And I just want to tell everybody at Diversity to One, man, we are sorry for your loss. We feel it in our hearts with you. And right now, in tribute to Jameezy, let's play some Diversity of One. You're listening to it on Sounds from the Underground. Mike Vanek Sucks Birthday Spectacular with co-host LUNCHBOx.
This beat not like a beat. We be on that fly tip, coming with a dope hit. Y'all be on that counterfeit. This beat not like a beat. We be on that fly tip, coming with a dope hit. Y'all be on that counterfeit. You already know what time it is. Music baby, reppin' with a Cali baby. Nobody really thought this would happen. See, now we vanishing like crazies. We from the gutter, check. Mary Spec, check. Hot ladies, check. Wild sex, yes. We up next and ain't no stopping us. Penetrate the game like a bullet. Ain't no to blow your mind. We got nothing to lose but time. We got nothing to lose but time. It's alright. Cause we're the ones with nothing to lose. Come on. We got nothing to lose but time. It's alright. Cause we're the ones with nothing to lose. Come on. Cause we got nothing to lose. Yeah. You gotta work harder and smarter. Living in this world, you're born a target. That's garbage. So I just simply don't roll a little, roll up my sleeve. I give the world the middle finger. Thought slinger as I decompress. So what's next? Hazmat, Diversity One, we hold your flex. You better wear a vest for your chest. I'm like a loaded gun, aiming straight above the neck. Ain't no ruling more. We got nothing to lose but time. It's alright. Cause we the ones with nothing to lose. Come on. We got nothing to lose but time. It's alright. Cause we the ones with nothing to lose. Come on. No time for losing. Too busy winning. No time for losing. Too busy winning. Yeah.
Go, Davey.
You know, one of my favorite things about D1 is the name is such a fucking perfect description of these guys. You got Meezy, who is the epitome of a Bay Area rapper. He actually had me review his solo album Back to School.
Yeah.
And it was so good. It was so fucking early 2000s E40 style rap. Loved it. It just smacked of NorCal, dude. And then you got Assassin, the guitar player, who's got a kind of a ninja-esque theme going for him. You got Coop, the fucking bass player, who is just, honestly, dude, the guy could be my cousin. Like, he's just a hefty white guy, family man, killer bass player, groovy as fuck.
Yeah, BMC is a cool guy.
Yeah. Like I said, BMC, Coop, as I don't know why. I just like calling him Coop. Like, just one of the nicest guys. He's the one that I would run into more often. Matter of fact, one of the last times I got to hang out with the whole band in person, my wife and I went and saw Ice Nine Kills at the Ace of Spades. And I ran into BMC. And he's just like, hey, the guys are down at Powerhouse because they're doing the 98 Rocks local band showcase. And me and Jen were like, well, we don't have the kid. Like, we ain't got to rush home tonight. Like, so we went up there just to hang out, meet the promoter and all that. And, you know, it was great because I walked up and they treated me just like like you said, family, long lost buddy. You know, we played with them with Head PE. And you know me and my potential to get hurt at the board or at the Ace of Spades every time.
Yeah.
Every time I come away with a swollen shin because I just can't stop from flying off that stage to the barricade.
Yeah.
And the first person to push the lump on my leg was Assassin.
Right.
You know, and he's like, bro, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, D1 are some killer guys, and I'm really happy to see that they've taken Jamel Jr. and decided to continue working, you know, and whether it's only a few shows or whether that's the direction they go, I'm excited for the future because these guys are all very driven.
I watched him pull him on stage when he was a little kid, and dude, I'm happy as hell that his son is filling in for him. I saw the picture of them, and I just you can't be happier for some people. So with that said, let's end the segment and just give our thoughts and prayers to everybody involved. Yeah, I'm about to fucking hit it, and I don't feel good. So I don't need to blather an idiot because you know how much of a blather an idiot I can be. But with that being said, two things we comment. We both love, you know, heavy metal, and we both love professional wrestling. And we're going to Yes, we are going to if my shit works. Oh, never mind. It probably help
if my shit works. Always.
It'd probably be better.
Always a thing. So what are we watching tonight, Mike Vanek?
We're gonna watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling. It's the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Night of Legends from 1994, live in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is a town I used to live in. It's live at the Knoxville Coliseum, which is right down the road from University of Tennessee. Go Vols. And this is Jim Cornette's company that he started here in the South. And I live right smack in the middle of Smoky Mountain Wrestling territory. I hear.
And if you people didn't know, those of you that aren't big wrestling fans like Mike Vanek, Smoky Mountain is the place that gave us Chris Jericho, Lance Storm, New Jack, Mustafa Saeed, personal friend of the show, by the way, and so many other great wrestlers. Of course, the great James E. Cornette, who, while I think his views on wrestling are different from my own, the man is probably arguably the best wrestling historian there is. And for being a guy with a horrible voice, he made a great living as a manager and a commentator.
Smoky Mountain is the last of the old school wrestling territories. They ran it that way. They kept it going that way. They had Bob Caudle from Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling as their announcer. Good old JR is on this. This is one of the times where Vince McMahon fired him, so he did some work for this company. I'm not sure.
Wait, what year was this?
1984.
This was not Jim Cornette or Jim Ross was not fired at the time. This was at the time when they had a working relationship with Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Okay. So, they had a lot of legends in this company. Jake the Snake Roberts was heavyweight champion at one time. I can go on, but why don't we just watch it together, shall we?
Okay.
And we're going to comment over it. I'm going to track the first part of this, and then we're going to turn it off and talk over it. So hope you enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, on August 5th, 1994, the Knoxville Civic Coliseum was the site of one of the most legendary pro wrestling extravaganzas of all time, Night of the Legends. Let's go to ringside, where Jim Ross and Les Thatcher call the action.
Knoxville, Tennessee, a river city rich in Southern tradition, noted for many things. Neyland Stadium, the home of the University of Tennessee Volunteers. On game day, Neyland Stadium is the 6th largest city in the state.
It is too.
The beautiful steamships cruising down the Tennessee River. Knoxville is a gateway to the Great Smoky Mountains.
So why is this
one of the
fucking
most
vacation
beautiful
package
locations
for
on
Knoxville?
earth with millions of visitors every year? But Knoxville
Buy
is
a
also
timeshare
known
from Jim
for its
Cornette
professional
Realty.
wrestling. This is the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. For years, it played host to some of the most exciting wrestling matches ever held, featuring nearly every top athlete in our sport. On August 5th, 1994, Smoky Mountain Wrestling invited a record-breaking crowd to relive the glory years for a night of action, a night of emotion, a night of memories, the night of the legends.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Smoky Mountain Wrestling, a night of legends. We are in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum.
I've been in there, by the way.
I'm Jim Ross, and as a wrestling fan, I wouldn't have missed this event for the world. And I'm certainly honored to have a great wrestling legend, Les Thatcher, here with us tonight as my broadcast colleague. Les, this is going to be a very special night.
Jim, it certainly is, and as you can hear by the electricity in the air, this is the greatest night in Knoxville wrestling history. We're all happy, the fans and myself, to have you on the mic with us tonight for this momentous occasion. And without further ado, let's let it roll.
Let's let it roll. Let's get started. We'll be back with all the action in just a moment.
Jim Cornette, Killer Kyle. You want to talk about who the strongest wrestler is? You want to talk about who the baddest guy is?
Doug Furnace, ladies and gentlemen.
Mirror, you ain't seeing the
Just a
strongest
great
guy in
what if
professional
story.
wrestling.
Like,
you ain't even seen the strongest guy
and
in
that's the
Smoky
thing,
Mountain Wrestling.
You and I
It's
have
not-
a bit of a divide. You can hit the mute button on him.
Yeah.
You and I have a
the Night of Legends.
pretty good
It's a
divide
great
in our viewpoint of wrestling. You're a firm believer in that the NWA days were the best.
professional wrestling is.
When wrestling was a sport, it was the best. I personally think once they really learned how to tell long-term stories and bring characters in is what made
Okay, we're opening
wrestling
things
so
up. It's
good.
Doug Furnace against Killer Kyle and, of course, Jim Cornette. You're
All right, it's muted. Doug Furnace made a name for himself first in ECW, and then he got brought up to the main roster of WWE. And I always thought he was like a mid-level jobber, but he's pretty popular around here, and he was one of the stars of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I actually met him in the grocery store one time. So,
By the way, the great Brian Hildebrand is the referee.
Oh wow. What's his ring name though?
No, Brian. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too. I know it though.
Yeah. It's one of those ones I know better, but I just don't remember because, they always refer in the Mick Foley books. When I first learned of him, he was the great Brian Hildebrand.
Mm-hmm.
But are we really going to fucking watch Doug Furnace and Killer Kyle?
Yeah. You're the wrestling announcer, man. Make me laugh.
Well, I mean, here you've just got two dudes with bad haircuts, like staring across the ring at each other. I mean, you got Doug Furnace, who like definitely needs to admit he's going bald like you and me, but instead he's rocking that long fucking skullet. Like, as was the style at the time, of course. And then you got Killer Kyle, who
did you wear onion on your belt?
Yep, and quarters had bees on them. Give me 4 bees for $1, you'd say. But anyway, so Doug Furnace, Killer Kyle, definitely doing the old school opening match. This is almost akin to watching like Hercules versus Bad News Brown at the beginning of like, WrestleMania or something, where it's going to be super slow. They're hardly going to touch each other. A lot of fucking bouncing off the ropes. Fucking Doug Furnace doesn't want his baby oil wiped off because he just shaved his chest 3 hours prior, so there was no more redness. And he definitely got a good tan before he came out. But yet he's got so much grease in that skullet, he could lube up an engine out back at the Jiffy Lube, which is where he works on the weekends. All right. Test of strength right here, which is, in my opinion, the dumbest fucking spot in wrestling. And the only time it was ever any real good was Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6. But right now, we've definitely got the fucking Lars Anderson fucking dream of wrestling, where it's two meaty men bumping chest. Or as Big E might say, two meaty men slapping meat.
Did you see the T-shirt I sent to you of that?
No.
Check your scroll through your messages. There's a T Public ad for a T-shirt. Has the WrestleMania logo, but instead of saying WrestleMania, it says meaty man. Two meaty man slapping meat. Yeah, I was like, yeah, he needs to do this. Are you ready to fast forward now?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Like, this is gonna be a 5-minute match. It feels like a 12-minute match.
Yeah.
Like, see, this is where you and I, this is where we differ. Is like, you will go back and talk about these beginning matches that like just fucking sucked, and talk about how it's better than the current product today. Like, who we got here?
I don't know. Make it up.
No. I'm trying to actually see. That looks like King Kong Bundy in the corner. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got King.
That's Scott Armstrong.
Wait, the one on the ground or the guy standing over him?
The guy in the red trunks. That's Scott Armstrong.
Okay.
Who was a referee in WWE.
It's funny. When you break it down to the ridiculous, and this is my point why character matters more than wrestler. Jesse James Armstrong is probably the worst wrestler of the Armstrongs. Like, almost inarguably.
Yeah.
Brian Armstrong is not the best, or Brad Armstrong, which he's Brian, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Brian Armstrong is probably the weakest in-ring wrestler of the fucking Armstrong family. Every single one of them could wrestle. They must have some Samoan in them or something. But he was by far and away the most charismatic, best talker, best mover. Like, and I mean, think about it. The motherfucker wore pajamas and a pajama pants and a t-shirt with the sleeves cut off it to the ring. This motherfucker basically wore my pajamas to the ring. And he still sold out more arenas than his whole family combined. Choke on that.
Yeah, okay. We're not going to watch all this. We're just going to...
That's hella not King Kong Bundy. That's some Asian dude.
Is it the Mongolian Stomper?
It might be. He looks 162, so...
Cool.
Mongolian Stomper's at least 212 now.
Yeah, that's Scott Armstrong right there, dude.
Okay. And some dude with a horrible flat top.
Do you know the name of the father of the Armstrongs?
No.
That would be Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Bullet Bob. Really okay, yeah.
Had a really good feud with Roddy Piper in the early 80s. Let's see what else we got in here.
What else we got in here? We got a fucking bad job of the camel clutch. Hoy, brother, the Iron Sheik, he not have that. He break your back, put you in a real camel clutch, fuck your ass, your mother and your sister, and make you humble. If he ever see you disgrace the Iron Sheik move like that, again, hot tweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Bristol, Tennessee, we got the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton picking up the win. So
see, we spent like 3 minutes watching that garbage, and now fucking we missed a Rock and Roll Express match.
Well, I'll rewind it. I'm just saying.
No, it's cool. Keep going. No, we only move forward. We don't look back here at Sounds from the Underground. It's about you turning 44. You ain't 43 again. Keep going.
Yeah, we got music to play. All right, so
Les Thatcher hugging this guy in his underwear. Bob Caudle hugging this guy in his underwear. Who's this guy in his underwear?
We're gonna call him Red Pants Steve.
Okay, well, something makes me. It's the Night of Legends, so something makes me think we should know who Red Pants Steve is. Unmute it.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, that's Ricky Robin Carvin.
I say that everywhere. If I could live here, I would. This has always been my favorite of every place I've been in the world.
Garvin looked like that.
And I want to say thank you. Thank you for your
the end of his days, man.
Younger than he did 3 years prior when him and fucking Greg the Hammer Valentine did, or 4 years later. When him and
I've never seen him without blonde hair.
These next two gentlemen cut a wide path through the United States in the late 50s and through the 60s. They were the original Heavenly Bodies, former holders of many tag team titles. One brother had that debonair, dapper look, and he could finesse you. The other one had a set of hams connected to his arms that would beat you like they were axes.
He definitely had a set of hands connected to his arms.
To a tough tag combination, Don and Al Green.
You heard half the place start bullying.
Don and Al Green first came to Knoxville in the late 50s. And for the next 15 years, they held tag team titles all over the South. Southern tag team champions, Tennessee tag team champions. As a team, they were almost unbeatable.
Yep.
But they were both great single wrestlers as well. Big Al Green was noted for his size and power, which for the day were extraordinary.
You can go ahead and mute it again.
Al Green didn't wrestle. He fought. His big
Al
telephone.
Green wrote songs, dude.
So fun
pole broad arms and.
All right, so fun fact.
His biggest rival in a feud which.
So Dr. Tom Pritchard from Heavenly Bodies. That couldn't have been
timed any better. So fun fact, his biggest rival.
Dr. Tom Pritchard has a wrestling school in Knoxville with Glenn Jacobs, who we all know.
And you haven't gone yet.
Well, Mr. Glenn, by the way, I'm bringing a shirt for fucker. It's kind of cut up, but whatever. So they have a wrestling school in Knoxville, and that was all about Glenn Jacobs for mayor. You know what I mean? I didn't care if he was Republican. Now that he's going all Trump on us, yeah, he's losing his appeal. So yeah. Let's see who Les Thatcher is talking about now.
Les Thatcher looks like Guy Fieri.
As the Heavenly Bodies.
They're still talking about the fucking Heavenly Bodies. You know why? Because they had to stall for time so the Heavenly Bodies could get in the ring, because fucking the guy who's supposed to be the role of Jimmy Gigolo Del Rey fell off the steps 3 times.
As we come in early.
And so they had to stall while someone got him a ramp to help nudge him up there.
A kid come up
all right,
and say, boy, y'all.
Nope. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I'm going to feel bad. This motherfucker didn't get any balder over the last 40 fucking years before this. Like, he just went great.
So, me and Ido went to the Knoxville Coliseum one time to see Charlie Daniels band in Alabama. And I'm a big Alabama fan. And so we get there late because, you know, we're hanging out with Ida. And she'll never watch this, so I won't get in trouble for that. Yeah, so we're late. We get to where our seats are supposed to be, and there's people sitting there. So we go get the usher, and the usher looks at these people's seats, and they're supposed to be there. And then they look at our tickets, and those are our seats. So they double sold our seats. So we didn't have nowhere to sit. So we went and found 2 empty seats. And then, we watched 2 songs of fucking Charlie Daniels because we were late. Then Alabama comes on, and she's like, all right, so when do you want to leave? She pulls up the set list on the phone. It's like, which one of these songs can we leave? Because I don't want to get stuck in Knoxville traffic. So I got to see about 6 songs out of a fucking 4-hour concert at the Knoxville Coliseum. Never went back. Gojira played there, and there's a bunch of that band you like played there. That Alex Bant plays for. Trivium.
Okay.
Trivium played there. They got a big draw too, so whatever. Let's fast forward, shall we?
Yeah.
Because it's playing on the right, but not playing on our screen. It's a horrible idea.
I was gonna say, skip the shit that matters. Like, let's fucking call like one good match and call it and start playing punk rock again. And we were supposed to talk about birthdays.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
You have no clue how desperately hard I'm trying since it's your birthday to not hit you with an old school lunchbox. Hurry the fuck up.
I've done you for 20 years, and for 20 years you've been telling me to hurry the fuck up.
And you never listen.
For 20 years, I probably would hurry the fuck. All right, so it should be close to the main event. I see a tennis racket. We all know what that means.
It means Jim Cornette. His
Getting
mama's
thrown
gonna
into
do
the ring.
about nothing. Oh, he's in the ring.
His mom. With the big boss man and Bullet Bob Armstrong. Oh, Bullet Bob, man, look at that fro.
Big Boss Man was my favorite big man of the era. He really was.
And he could move too for a big man.
That was the thing, is he was so fucking light on his feet, and he wasn't Vader where he did the flips and shit, but he fucking, like, the way he wrestled was very quick-footed, and like I said, almost like Tyson Fury as a boxer. Like,
next time we do this, we need to get
the way he ran to the ring, and he wasn't just a big dude. He was not the most well-built dude, but man, that motherfucker could go.
Yeah, next time we do this, we need to do it like we did last time and just find some matches to call.
I think we should find some bad matches to call.
Yeah. Like some, CZW fucking.
They're copywritten, can't use them.
Okay. What about Game Changer?
But no, it's cool. I'll find my boy, the Cupcake King.
Mm-hmm.
And the little Abdullah the Butcher knockoff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll find some more of his matches. I mean, it won't be as good as him and Ordinary Average Jim in the Home Depot Cage of Death. But
I love watching Jim Cornette fucking take bumps, dude. He does it so unnaturally.
You know what? Like I said, I was just always, I never liked James E. Cornette. Never. And as a kid, I felt like that was him doing his job.
Yeah.
And then, like, I listened to his podcast once or twice. And you know what? Like, even when he's like Rush Limbaugh in the fact that he could say something I 100% agree with, but the way he says it just makes me hate him for it.
So when I went and saw NWA at the Cow Palace in the 80s, he was the Midnight Express's manager, and I watched him hit a guy in the crowd with his fucking tennis racket. True story. That was the night I watched Rick. That was the night Ric Flair bled on my grandpa. All right. Well, this was fun, and it was real. I can't say it was real fun. We'll do it again next time. So, yeah.
We'll plan it out better next time.
Yeah. I'll have a new computer next time. So, Davey, what was your favorite birthday present as a kid?
Probably my 16th birthday when my dad, I actually asked him for a drum set and I was so upset. And what he wound up getting me was a Visa Bucks card.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it and he loaded money on it and he basically did it to teach me how to use money.
Yeah.
And it didn't work because I was a stupid kid and I didn't have him buy me to coach me. But it was essentially the first time I started learning a little bit about financial independence and utilizing my own budget and my own materials to get what I needed, you know. Other than that, definitely the hockey gear. Like, remember when street hockey became the big shit?
Oh, yeah.
Like during Mighty Ducks era? I was fat. I knew that I wasn't going to be a fucking power forward or anything, so I was a goalie. And I got
power forward basketball, bro.
Whatever. Fucking, it's the same sport. They just use ice skates and sticks instead of fucking jumping and throwing a ball at a net. Kiss my ass, so what? So anyway, so I was a goalie. And I got the shield, the glove, the leg guards, and fucking, instead of doing the fucking traditional goalie mask, of course, you know, your brother went with the Jason style hockey mask.
My favorite birthday present of all time. And goddamn it, I wish I still had it. So I had a million action figures as a kid. And I'm not going to say too much because my next question is going to lead into something that I wanted to talk about. But I got the G.I. Joe Fortress, the command center.
Okay.
It was like 6 different pieces you put together. Had a jail in it. Had fucking big cannon on top. Places to park your vehicles. Man, I had that thing for almost till the house burned down. And it was still to this day. When I opened that box and saw this giant fucking G.I. Joe fucking, base. Dude, you've seen me do the dance of joy. That was probably one of the first dances of joy. Now.
Oh, and by the way, it is required that while you are here during the beer review that you do the Mike Vanek dance.
Required by who?
My wife. Chime in. Oh, you didn't have to show your face. I just wanted to.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. Hi, fucker. Well, let's see. Let's see how drunk I get. Now, do I have to do the Mike Vanek dance or the one I don't want to do?
We can't do the one you don't want to do on air because they'll shut our shit down. But you can definitely do that when we get to the boardwalk.
Oh, fuck. I am
in front of everybody.
No.
All right, we'll move forward.
Okay. So, what was the one present that you always wanted that you never got to get?
Drums.
Okay. Mine is, me, now that I'm older.
You're not going to let me expand upon that shit?
Okay, fine then.
I mean, I asked my dad for drums for years.
Yeah.
And going into my senior year of high school, he told me, I will get you a snare. You take band your senior year. And if you stay with band the whole year, I'll get you a kit.
Okay.
And I did not want to do it because I had fucking easy choir, fundamentals of music for 6th period. So basically it was a chance for me and my friends to fuck off and do something I was already good at. And I regret it to this day because I didn't start drumming until I was 21 and I could have started then.
Yeah. Imagine how good you'd be now.
Probably still as not good as I am, but
Okay, so mine, now that I'm older and I have a real job and, I got money to blow, I went out and bought a shitload of them. Let's see if I can go find the one I actually wanted, though.
So Mike Vanek just does what he does and gets up and bails in the middle of the show because he's a professional. He does this daily.
So, as I probably told you before, my parents, and by parents I mean my stepdad and my mom, hated wrestling. And the one toy I always wanted was this motherfucker right here.
The Hulk Hogan LGN?
All the LGNs. And I have a bunch now. I got oh yeah, brother. And I'm Terry Funk, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore because I'm hella old. Forever. So, yeah. My favorite toys of all time that I always wanted were these motherfuckers. Never got them. Now that I'm 44, I got a shitload of them. And I also
have drums too now.
Yeah. I also got this motherfucker. This is a 1984, the very first wrestling fucking figure ever made. This is fucking Remco, Ric Flair, without the robe, sadly, but
and not in the box.
No, but this is where they got the idea for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, because look, that's basically a ripoff of it.
Congratulations, Mike Vanek.
Yeah, let's ask Fucker. Fucker, what was the one present that you always wanted for your birthday that you never got? Oh, she's gone.
She gone.
She smoked her cigarette.
She doesn't do that. What are you talking about?
Okay. You smoke enough for everybody, so whatever.
That's right. Move forward.
You still smoking?
Hurry the fuck up.
I'm asking you a goddamn question.
What was your question, sir?
Do you still smoke Pall Malls?
Yeah.
That's how I know you're a truck driver's son. You got the Pall Malls.
Honestly, man, Pall Malls were because I was actually quitting smoking and they lasted longer.
Okay.
And then the reason I was quitting smoking at the time, changed. And I was just like, at the time, Pall Malls were like half the price and lasted longer. So I liked them better.
Word. So let's play some music, shall we?
We got
this is my hometown punk rock band. I have a long history with this band, and I communicate online daily with these guys. This is probably the most smart-ass trio of music I've ever met in my life. If you have a sense of humor, and you're like, oh, man, you like stupid fucking making fun of people, Brian Powell from Broken Trojan is your man. I'm telling you, the guy is funnier than hell, and he's just got a dry sense of humor.
Yeah,
their drummer,
he's just kind of picking on everybody.
Yeah, he don't care, and it's all in good spirit and fun. They are, they don't care if they play shows. They play in their fucking jam room once a week. And when they do get booked for shows, they're like, oh, look, we actually have a show. They played for me a bunch of times. And a lot of times for free because, fucking, you got to pay for the PA first. And whatever's left is whatever's left. And if there's nothing left after the PA gets paid for, then fucking...
Broken Trojan ain't taking a paycheck, brother. Yeah, no, sincerely good dudes. Always a lot of fun. They're the punk rock nothing but losers, even though JoJo will tell you we're a punk band.
Yeah.
They do it simply because they enjoy playing, they enjoy entertaining, they enjoy getting after it, having a good time. And that's what you get from Trojan. Like every time.
Word.
Without fail. And they always bring Darth Vader to put on the amp.
Oh yeah, totally. And I've seen pictures of them getting air choked by good old Darth Vader. Oh fuck! This is an episode we won't talk about in the future. This episode has gone off the rails, and
it's your birthday. You didn't expect it to go off the rails?
I've been up for 24 hours.
I'm aware.
Wait, 23 hours and 59 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up here in a minute. But right now, this is Broken Trojan. You're listening to it on Sounds from the Underground. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Broken Trojan. I'll probably be watching them practice while I'm at home because I'll be staying right down the road from where Brian lives. All right, guys. I think that's enough for this year's birthday episode. They all can't be winners.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the wrestling fucked it up, but oh well. Davey, thanks for joining me on my birthday again this year. We'll probably be back in like 2 or 3 weeks and do another show. But
no, we won't, because in 2 weeks you will be a guest on my show on Friday night, May 25th, live from
26.
Stone Cutter Banner when we do the Brother beer review.
So 26, because we're going to the boardwalk, which I'm stoked about.
On the 27th,
one time,
correct.
Yeah, one time I went with Mike Inman, who's one of the brothers, Michael David, to see Death Angel, and I got kicked out of there for smoking weed in the front row, and I had to sit by the side door and listen to the Death Angel. All right, buddy, let's say goodbye. You go first.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out all the socials: Blacklist Pro Wrestling on Facebook, Blacklist Pro on Instagram, Blacklist Pro on Twitter, and of course the band. You can check out Nothing But Losers at Nothing But Losers on Facebook, Nothing But Losers on Instagram, and Nothing But Loser, that is no S, on Twitter. We just got booked on a killer show at Strummers on July 1st with Venom Inc. and motherfucking Exhumed. The Kings of Gore meet the fucking boogeyman of the Central Valley, dude. Who can make Strummers more of a fucking slip hazard? Is it us or Exhumed? Oh, I'm sorry, it's not at Strummers. It's a Full Circle now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you money for a T-shirt for that one. Exhumed is my favorite death metal band. I have their brand new. I have their brand new album on vinyl over there, and if you don't listen to any of those songs, I gotta eat, dude. Loss of Color is one of the best fucking jams ever, and I might play the video for you in post. Dude, my name is Mike Vanek, and I suck. I feel like shit. It's been a shitty day, but I want to thank everybody for all their birthday greetings, man. You guys are awesome. Everybody that got me something for my birthday, thank you very much. I feel like shit right now, so we're going to get the fuck out of here. I'm Mike Vanek, and I suck. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, and that all-important YouTube page. Please subscribe to the Sounds from the Underground YouTube page. Listen, guys, we don't know what's going on with Gun Music Radio right now.
So what's going on with Gun Music Radio right now?
Looks like Gun Music Radio.
It doesn't matter what's going on with Gun Music Radio right now.
Stay tuned to all my social medias, because when it does come back, if it does come back, I'm a big part of that. So hoping all the best for that. All right. Where can people find you on social media?
I already told everybody that. You were saying goodbye and then we were out.
Okay. All right, guys. Say goodnight, Davey.
Good night, Davey.
Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. We're going to go yell at each other now.